see you often. So baby, say you're feeling the same, yeah.
Right about the shoe. The shoe was not the same in the pit shown in court as the shoe pulled from the evidence bag by Trooper Bukake.
And you mentioned you're at the hospital. There was a sneaker. One.
Yes.
Bukake! Bukkake!
Woo! Good evening. Happy Sunday. Reprobates, friends, homies, you fucking reprobatey bastards, you. You beautiful reprobatey bastards, you. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. Wonderful Sunday. I see my man Connor's in the chat. Yeah, man. It's good to see all of you guys. I'm gonna go over some stuff. Like Melody Little went over this Friday night. Mazza went over it yesterday, and a big shout out to Mazza, bro. Like, I feel so bad because, like, dude, homie has just been really pulling through for me. I don't want to get on Twitter again. I really don't. Like, I see it as a blessing every time I get kicked off. But the problem is that a lot of stuff is shared on Twitter. That's how I would get access to things. And so, you know, a lot of the reason why I don't go live so often is because I'm not up to date on stuff. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So, you know, so it kind of sucks. That's the one thing about Twitter. But, you know, everybody's doing great coverage of this stuff. And so Mazza has been really, really kind, and he shared the latest motion, the Jen McCabe and others versus Karen Reed and another. So I'm going to read that. We're going to go over that. And we're going to talk. We're going to read. I haven't gone over the Higgy letter yet. And I have that now, and we're going to discuss that. MICRODOTS just dropped another banger of a video in response to Higgy getting all worked up over Richie. Like, you gotta love that shit. Like, that absolutely, you know, whatever. The whole, you know, hood booger thing, fine. But the thing is, though, it's, you know, he gives them a nod in his video, and it's due proper that they did absolutely do the waterfall thing. They did absolutely have Higgy call in. This just makes me believe that was absolutely Higgy that much more. The fact that, hey, what's up, homie? Richie, it's good to see you, homie. And like, like, the fact is, I mean, hold on. Lauren, thank you so much. Remember, for 6 months, your RoboCop shirt is by far my favorite now. Yes. I got another one, but I didn't really like the way that it looked. I saw this one and I was like, word. And it's got this cool vintage shirt kind of feel to it. So yeah, man. So here's the thing. I absolutely think that, because if Richie is dropping these fucking truth bombs with his videos, like hard hitting shit. The thing is about Richie's videos, man, like he knows how to really push the button of your feels. You know what I mean? He knows how to do that. He knows how to fucking get your attention, like get you to fucking lock in and pay attention. And then he drops you with the facts, right? And it's fucking brilliant. Like the first time I saw a MICRODOTS video, I was like, holy shit. So it makes perfect sense. So I absolutely believe that was Higgy that called into the Hood Booger show. Because because he's obviously sensitive. He's obviously very sensitive. Like the thing is, listen, dude, first of all, hashtag Higgy did it. Okay. Hashtag Higgy did it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Colin, maybe not. I don't know. There are things that make me suspicious, but Higgy clearly had the motive. Okay. And I strongly believe, I mean, dude, innocent people don't destroy their phones, bro. Okay. They don't take their phones to a fucking army base and fucking smash them and fucking take them apart, throw the SIM cards out and shit. I don't think he smashed it, but or at least he says he didn't, but I don't believe that shit for a second. I'm pretty sure he destroyed his phone. But no, dude, Higgy went to the fucking police station to create an alibi. That's what he did. Like, he went to the police station to create an alibi. That's what I believe. Buzzing for Truth, member for 30 months. Wow. Hey, Will, nice to catch a live. Hey, it's really good to see you, Buzzing for Truth. 30 months, dude. She's been a member. That's amazing. And a really, really sweet person. I've met her in person a couple times. She's great. So, yeah, I mean, it was funny because Randy was like, hey, yo, is this Higgins? It was funny as shit. So, yeah, like, see, Richie doesn't give a fuck about that bullshit. This stuff between me and Turtle Boy and JFK, and he didn't give a fuck about that stuff. He's too fact driven, you know, to get involved in that shit. He's like, you know, I mean, the bottom line is, yeah, he called into their show. Absolutely. Liz 88, Irish twin, member for 24 months. Just hit my 2-year anniversary with the glare. I love it. I love it, Liz 88. Liz 88 is awesome too. Absolutely fantastic. You wrong. Yeah, totally. Hashtag Higgy did it, bro. Totally, dude. I mean, come on. He had the motive. If Karen didn't do it and he wasn't hit by a fucking car, if Boston Police Officer John O'Keefe was not hit by a vehicle, Karen did not hit him with a vehicle, he was killed inside 34 Fairview Road. I mean, it's just how the facts lay it out. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to fucking scare me with lawsuits. Fuck you. Like, the facts just dictate this. Sorry about your luck. If you're innocent, sorry about your fucking luck that it turned out that way. But I can't fucking see why all the fucking lying. And the fact of the matter is, Karen didn't hit him with the car, and everything says that he was inside the house. Everything. So, fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, even if you're fucking innocent, dude, too fucking bad. Bummer. Like, it's a bummer that all the facts point to you. And you shouldn't act so goddamn shady on top of it all. You know? Like, that lying in court is, you know, that's a big red flag. You know what I mean? So let me read this first. We'll get into Higgy in a minute, but let me go over this. All right. So, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Jennifer McCabe and others versus Karen Reed and another. And I can't see the chat right now, so if I miss anything, I apologize, guys. Memorandum of decision and order on defendant's motion to dismiss pursuant to blah, 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 blah. In this action, plaintiffs Jennifer McCabe, Brian Albert, Colin Albert, and Brian Higgins allege that defendants Karen Reed and Aidan Carney conspired to defame them by falsely stating that they were responsible for the death of Reed's boyfriend, John O'Keefe. The first amended complaint asserts claims against both defendants against both defendants for defamation, intentional and negligent infliction of emotional distress, and civil conspiracy. The plaintiffs also assert separate claims against Reed for aiding and abetting in Carney's defamation and infliction of emotional distress against Carney for violation of GL, blah, 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 blah. The defendants have each filed motions to dismiss for the following reasons. The defendants, wait a second. Oh my gosh. Anne, with the $50 Venmo, thank you so much. Boston girls love the glare. Okay, well, thank you, Anne, for the very generous Venmo. I appreciate that. This is fucking wild. The defendants have each filed motions to dismiss under blah, blah, blah for the following reasons. Background. The FAC alleges that following facts relevant to the motions on January 29th, 2022, in the middle of a snowstorm, Reed struck O'Keefe with the back of her Lexus SUV while she was driving drunk, leaving him to die on the front lawn of 34 Fairview Road in Canton. Reed made incriminating statements to first responders on the scene. An investigation into O'Keefe's death resulted in Reed's arrest, indictment, and prosecution for murder. Persecution, more like it. Attorneys Alan Jackson and David Yannetti represented Reed in connection with the prosecution. In January 2022, Carney's occupation was that of an aspiring internet personality. His objective was to attract attention to himself, to build a brand and monetize his audience. To do so, he routinely engaged in provocation and courted controversy. By the time Reed was arrested and indicted on murder and related charges in June 2022, she was falsely blaming others for O'Keefe's death to escape responsibility. To facilitate the spread and publication of her lies, Reed found and enlisted Carney. In April 2023, Reed began communicating with Carney through an intermediary, Natalie, and her counsel to conceal her relationship and create plausible deniability of her role in Carney's false claims. Carney agreed to publicize and widely disseminate Reed's false claims about the plaintiffs to destroy their reputation so Reed could evade responsibility for causing the death of O'Keefe. Carney acted on behalf of Reed in publishing defamatory statements about the plaintiffs to assist Reed in her trial by harassing the witnesses, harming their reputations, tainting the jury pool with false claims, and intimidating the plaintiffs to not testify or change their testimony. What? I got to take a break here for a second. This is mind-blowingly fucking crazy. Mind-blowingly untrue. Like, bold as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bold as fuck. But, I mean, dude, she was acquitted, dude. Like, Arca. They proved that she didn't that Karen Reed didn't hit nobody with her car. They proved that shit. That John O'Keefe wasn't even hit with a vehicle. Come on, man. Like, look at his fucking injuries, dude. Like, I don't give a shit what anyone says. Like, the injuries alone is enough to go, what? Hold on. Because Plevin's video, his reenactment, his theory was chef's kiss. Incredible. Like, it's fucking wild, bro. Like, the fact of the matter is, it's all of the evidence. Dude, I mean, like, if I'm a judge in that situation, I'm going to be like, yeah, but like, if court actually worked the way it does in like sitcoms and movies, you know what I mean? Like, if court actually worked like that, like the judge like would hear this shit, the evidence, like just everything, and go, okay, so yeah, I mean, it looks bad, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It looks bad, dude. Like, you can't sue nobody for this shit. This looks bad. You know what I mean? Like, y'all look like you did some shit, you know? The fuck? If she didn't do it, there was a mistrial, the first trial, and then the next trial she's acquitted, and she didn't do it. And what the fuck? It's wild, dude. I and they just sit there with this act like, oh my God, we're so innocent. We're so innocent. I tell you, you know, we're just normal moms and dads, and you know, law enforcement. I mean, I served my country. I'm a decorated dude. Like, okay, but the problem is that there's video footage, literally video footage of you getting drunk, playing grab ass with Brian Albert, and you're playing grab ass with Brian Albert, and dude, I'm telling you, I absolutely, with all my heart, believe that what Brian Albert was telling Brian Higgins all night at the waterfall was, if you don't fuck her, you're fucking gay. If you don't fuck Karen Reed, you're fucking gay. That's absolutely what I believe was going on at the waterfall. Everything points to this. Everything points to this. The texting of, well, like, dude, don't be a pussy. Fucking text her. Text her. See what she fucking does. Like, right in front of her boyfriend. See what she fucking does. Like, dude, you're ATF. You can fucking take this guy. You can take John. You know? That's Brian Albert right there. Brian Albert absolutely knows that Brian Higgins wants to gargle his balls, and so he fucks with him and gets him to do things for his own entertainment. And I absolutely think that he fucking instigated what happened between Higgins and Brian and John O'Keefe. I believe that Brian Albert absolutely instigated this. As part of the scheme, Reed included, I can't read this without laughing. This is the funniest fucking bunch of bullshit I've ever heard. Like, I can't help but laugh at it. Like, it's not funny that they're fucking suing. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of funny that they're suing because there's no fucking way they're going to win. Like, everything. Okay, dude, look at everything that points to you covering this shit up. I mean, bro, you're buddies with Michael Proctor. You people wrote letters to the governor You wrote letters to fucking the chief of police vouching for Michael Proctor. And Michael Proctor turned out to be the biggest sack of shit since Mark Furman. Like worse. Like he took the title, bro, of biggest fucking cop sack of shit. It's crazy. As part of the scheme, Reed included gratuitous material in her pleadings, filing court to launder information to Carney. Jesus. On April 12, 2023, Reed filed a discovery motion to obtain Brian Albert's phone, in which she falsely stated that Brian and Colin Albert were responsible for O'Keefe's death, and McCabe was the mastermind who covered it up. Reed also attached several irrelevant and non-public documents to the filing, including an unredacted copy of a Canton police report that listed the plaintiff's addresses, cell phone numbers, and social security numbers. Come on. In addition, Reed provided other selective and distorted information to Carney that she purposely obtained. She purportedly obtained from federal law enforcement authorities that was not public. Wow. These are some hell of a charges, bro. With the encouragement and direction from Reed, Carney published the first blog post about the matter on April 18th, 2023. He shared his draft to Reed through the intermediary, Natalie, and Reed provided Natalie the German, and Reed provided dozens of corrections, which he adopted in part one of Carney's Canton cover-up series. Carney wrote that Brian and Colin Albert were more than capable of killing O'Keefe, and that McCabe was the quarterback of the cover-up. And I agree. Everything fucking says that Jennifer McCabe is the one doing that. She's the one when there's parties that are going on like this.
Yes! I like it.
Those kind of parties, Jen McCabe is the one that has to fuck. She's the chatty one. She's the chatty one that's got to control the room, right? So she's like, look, this is what we do, blah, 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 blah. She was like, she's wondering whether or not she hit him. So what we got to do is make it seem like she hit him with the car. And then she'll like plead guilty to it. And it's whatever. Bada boom, bada bing. It's all over. They didn't count on David Yannetti. They sure as fuck didn't count on Alan Jackson. And they sure as fuck didn't count on Turtle Boy. See, when you're murdering shitbags, it's going to catch up to you. You know what I mean? Like the facts are going to catch up to you, dude. Like you cannot hide from the truth. You can only hide from the truth for so long before the truth reveals itself. The truth has a way of that. The truth it's stubborn like that. It's ornery. The truth. Just got a way. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. And Bob Alessi. How could I possibly forget you, Bob? I'm sorry, man.
What could be more egregious? What could be more misleading than that? And what could be more important?
I couldn't agree more, Bob. I sincerely apologize, my friend. This is so wild. April 20th, 2023, Carney met with Reed's counsel. 2 days later, at Reed's direction, Carney made additional false statements during his live show that Brian and Colin Albert killed O'Keefe. During that show, Carney used the phone numbers Reed made public to call McCabe and Brian Albert. He left in a voicemail in Brian Albert's phone asking, did you kill John O'Keefe or was it your nephew Colin? And are you covering for him? How did your dog get downstairs and begin biting Mr. O'Keefe? Later in that show, Carney displayed images of the Canton police report with the plaintiff's personal information. After that, the plaintiffs began experiencing disturbing levels of defamation, harassment, and abuse by members of Carney's audience. Despite repeatedly deceiving the public about her coordination and relationship with Carney before, during, and after her criminal trials, Reed and Carney coordinated to defame the plaintiffs, to subvert the Commonwealth's prosecution, attract an audience, and monetize that audience and their celebrity. Reed regularly funneled non-public material for Carney. How did I just lose my fucking place? Yo. Oh. Reed regularly funneled non-public material for Carney to selectively publish to cast false suspicion on the plaintiffs. For instance, Reed falsely told Carney through the intermediary that Brian Albert, his wife, and Colin Albert's parents all testified before a grand jury that Colin Albert was at 34 Fairview Road on January 29, 2022, after O'Keefe arrived. No witness ever made such testimony. Huh? Hold on. For instance, Reed falsely told Carney through the intermediary that Brian Albert, his wife, and Colin Albert's parents all testified before a grand jury that Colin Albert was at 34 Fairview Road on January 29, 2022, after O'Keefe arrived. No witness ever made such testimony. Eventually, Reed and Carney started communicating directly, utilizing Signal, an encrypted messaging system that avoids detection and aids deletion of communications. On May 3rd, 2023, Carney met with Reed and her attorneys to coordinate his publications with Reed's litigation and media strategy. Come on, man. That same day, Carney posted a video stating that Brian and Colin Albert murdered O'Keefe and every other single person in that house who remains quiet to this day and participated in the lie. They're all guilty of murder as far as I'm concerned. Based on prior publications, his followers would have understood. This is including McCabe and Brian Higgins. Yeah. On May 7th, 2023, I mean, dude, let's just fucking get real, bro. Get fucking real.
You're lying. And you're a piece of shit.
Like we know. Stop it. This is fucking ridiculous. The problem with this whole normal mom bullshit is that dog just don't hunt. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. That dog don't hunt, dude. Like there's too much lying, too much coordinating, too much fucking weird, incestuous bullshit going on. Like it's bizarre. It's bizarre. The whole fucking thing stinks. And they're just trying to act like they're this. No, man, come on. Like we don't believe you. Like we don't believe you. Higgins' behavior just that night alone is suspect, bro. Like he's hammered drunk and he's gonna go fucking hang out at the Canton PD moving cars around. Get the fuck out of my face with that. That's suspect as fuck. Stop it. I was there to move cars around. No, you what? Nobody believes that shit. Nobody. On May 7th, 2023, Carney acknowledged to the intermediary, Natalie the German, the incoherence of Reed's two narratives that O'Keefe was killed shortly after entering the house, and that McCabe performed a Google search at 2:27 a.m., suggesting he was still alive, nodding the Google search allegations made no sense if Reed's theory was that O'Keefe was already dead. That's fucking weak, bro. Listen to that shit again, okay? Get the fuck out of my face. That is weak shit, bro. That is like, Way too much fucking water. It's like watered down noodle soup, bro. That is so weak. The two narratives that O'Keefe was killed shortly after entering the house and McCabe performed a Google search at 2:27 a.m. suggesting he was still alive. Nodding the Google search allegations made no sense if Reed's theory was that O'Keefe was already dead. No, dude. Nobody's claiming that. Nobody's claiming that. Nobody knows. We know that he was attacked inside the house. That's all we know. He was attacked inside the house. Now, whether he died while laying out there or he died instantly from the impact of hitting his head, nobody knows. I don't know. I don't know. But the point is that Jennifer McCabe was clearly thinking that if there's the slight chance that he's alive, how long would it take to die in the cold? You know, like, did anybody bother to check his pulse? Did anybody, right? Like, they saw that he lost a lot of blood. Okay. So she's probably, I mean, that's why she Googled it, because she didn't know. She knew what happened, but she's like, okay, so just to be sure, let's just double check and see how long would it take for him to die in the cold from hypothermia, just because, you know, just in case the impact from his head getting hit didn't kill him instantly. I mean, why else would you Google it? That's exactly what it implies. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna see. Like, yeah, don't worry. Sorry, I was getting some text just now, but yeah, petty streams are still gonna happen. But that's neither here nor there right now. We're doing other things here. We're doing important things right now. What's up, Scott McGinnis? Good to see you, buddy. The biggest problem that remains, nobody knows who unalived, who rehomed John O'Keefe, how long he survived, who was involved. Nothing was looked into in a serious manner. Exactly. Nobody was investigated. Karen Reed wasn't even really investigated. Think about that. On May 7th, 2023, Carney acknowledged to the intermediary the incoherence of Reed's two narratives that O'Keefe was killed shortly after entering the house. Oh, okay. Yeah, I already read that. Carney called it a frame job and told Reed's intermediary, Natalie the German, I hope Reed realizes that the Google search completely invalidates the defense and is starting to make me worry about what I've now tied myself to. Carney failed to conduct any diligent inquiry, abandoned journalistic standards, disregarded the obvious flaws and inconsistencies in Reed's theories, and continued to act at Reed's direction in disseminating those allegations to the public. Now, what you guys don't understand is the fact of the matter is Aiden Carney, Mr. Media, aka Dr. Turtleboy, still has not gotten an official interview with Karen Reed. Now, that's not to undermine anything here. The point being is that they don't know. They don't fucking know if Carney asked her the right questions. They don't know anything about that. They know, like, she was a source for information, which a journalist is known to have. A good journalist is going to have the source of all sources. And that source of all sources is Karen Reed, the person who is being falsely accused and is doing everything in her power to fight for her life. It wasn't like she was just sitting around going, save me, David Yannetti and AJ. No, she was out there kicking ass, doing research, doing homework, combing through social medias, like kicking ass. Karen Reed was a machine in her own defense. When it came to her defense, she was a fucking machine, according to every single person, according to other machines, such as Alan Jackson, such as David Yannetti, such as Bob Alessi. Fascinating. So, I mean, so the thing is, they don't know that what kind of questions Aiden has asked Karen when they've had phone calls, spoken on the phone. They don't know when they've met in person, had dinner. They don't fucking have any idea. And the other side to that coin is also he was asking the right questions. He was asking people, excuse me. He was asking people like Jen McCabe why she Googled how long to die in cold at 2:27 a.m. It was a perfectly good question, considering that she did. Considering it looks very suspicious. Carney was asking the right questions. The problem is that people refuse to answer them. But the fact is Turtle Boy still has not gotten an official interview with Karen Reed. I mean, but so that's the only reason I'm bringing that up, is because that's the only way they would know if Aiden was asking her the right questions, if he was challenging her in any way. You know what I mean? So, other than that, then how could they say that he wasn't asking the right questions to her? Because, I mean, they spoke privately. Who knows what the fuck Aiden asked Karen? It's just the wording here. It's just so funny to me. They act like they're such victims. It's so funny. On July 22nd, 2023, Carney conducted a rolling rally with where nearly 50 cars drove in tandem through the streets of Canton to express support of Reed. The rally stopped at Brian Albert's and McCabe's homes, where Carney shouted into a bullhorn that they were covering up a murder. In addition to using Carney to send public disclosure, to seed public discourse, Reed, through her counsel, hired a private investigator, Sarah Ness, who has previously worked with Jackson to discredit victims of Harvey Weinstein crimes. On September 17th, 2023, at the direction of Reed and Jackson, Ness visited the home of Higgins to question him while Reed and her counsel watched from an SUV. Higgins refused to speak with Ness. Following that interaction, Reed and Carney directed additional defamatory statements at Higgins. As a law enforcement special agent with undercover responsibilities, Higgins suffered profound damage to his career because of the defendant's false and widely publicized statements that he was involved in O'Keefe's murder. Now, Higgy, let me talk at you, buddy, because I know you watch this shit. Higgy, let me talk at you, buddy, real quick. Nobody ruined your reputation. Your fucked up, shady ass behavior ruined your reputation. Because the thing is the reason why we talk about it is because of the shit that we see with our eyes, bro. Like, we see these things. We saw you on camera acting weird as fuck at the Canton PD, bro. We saw you on camera getting butt fucked by Brian Albert at the waterfall. We saw you on camera yelling shit angrily at John O'Keefe and then texting him saying, "Are you coming here?" We saw Chris Albert trying to calm you down. We saw Brian Albert telling Chris Albert, no, let him do it. We saw this shit with our eyes, bro. Stop it. Carney has personally harassed Higgins at his residence multiple times for the purpose of confronting him and generating content to be published on Carney's platforms. Carney's popularity has increased significantly because of his working with Reed. In his internet-based shows, Carney hawks merchandise related to his Canton cover-up series, which is fucking hilarious, by the way. He also asks his followers, dude, yo, say what you will, but the man's grift is fucking strong, homie. Like my man Aiden is a capitalist in the truest form, bro, in the purest fucking form, and I love it. I fucking love it. It's my favorite shit to watch. I'm an American through and through in that sense. I love a good fucking grift, bro. I love a good hustle, bro. I love it. And I mean hustle, I don't mean it like it's shady. I'm saying, you know what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? My man, he makes fucking dope ass merch. He has fucking catchphrases that work on his show. And then he slaps them on merch, makes a killing. It's great. I love that shit. Now, the problem is that killing is going straight to a fucking defense that he shouldn't be having to pay for. So it's all. Let me see. Iron Angle. Do you really need to have an intro for 40 fucking minutes? I do. Here. And you can come back tomorrow. You can come back tomorrow after the long intro. Like I could just start going on I could just go on like a rant. Like if I was Aiden, what just fucking happened? Hold on, let me check something. Making sure my mic is still connected. Okay. So yeah, I totally petty timed him out. Cryford called me a dirt follower today. Thank you so much, Andrea. Um, Cryford and BLT. Listen, I'm going to say this. I'm going to go a little off subject. We're going to come back to this in a second. But I'm going to say this. Let me tell you something. Grant Grande, the towel, Grant Smith Ellis, homeboy has a girlfriend. And she's cute. And she's really smart. She's got a cute little European accent, man. I don't know where she's from. But Grant pulled, you know, a little baddie. I love it. Grant pulled a little baddie. And he's killing it too. His channel's killing it. I love this shit. Like, I'm so rooting for Grant, bro. Like, I'm so rooting for that motherfucker right now. Like, you have no idea, dude. And think about this. Grant Smith Ellis officially has more juice than Brian LTL. That shit's amazing. Fucking Grant is killing it right now, bro. Fuck yeah, dude. All right, that's enough. Yo. Grant gets 3 applauses. All right, right on. Good for you, Grant. 3 applauses. I love it. That shit is fucking fantastic, bro. Grant's got more juice. I never saw it. I didn't even know that was a thing, bro. Dude, Grant used to fucking hold his pants. He might still do it, but he fucking, dude would roll up into fucking court smelling like weed, holding his pants up with a rope. And now he's fucking rocking it, bro. Fucking rocking it. He graduated fucking law school. Dude, Grant is fucking killing it. Okay? It's okay, darling. Cardi has personally harassed Higgins at his residence multiple times for the purpose of confronting him and generating content to be published on Cardi's platforms. Cardi's popularity has increased significantly because of his working with. I already read all this. During Reed's first trial, she had a documentary filmmaker, Terry Muir, record the trial preparation, which included conducting recorded interviews with Reed over the course of trial. During an April 30th, 2024 interview, Reed stated that Jen McCabe is a first-degree murderer, and she knows it. And the plaintiffs know they killed John. Absolutely. And that plaintiffs are murderers, and they know it. Yes, I agree with all that. On June 15th, 2024, Reed told Muir and her team that Brian Higgins, Brian Albert, and Colin Albert had a motive to kill O'Keefe. And during another interview on June 22nd, 2024, Reed told the filmmakers that she knew Brian Higgins had a role in helping O'Keefe and had a role in helping kill O'Keefe, Brian Higgins, and helping frame me, Karen Reed. I think Brian Albert and Colin Albert would have enjoyed roughing John up. Reed made these statements knowing the plaintiffs had nothing to do with John O'Keefe's death. Bullshit. Reed's first trial ended in a mistrial. Thereafter, Reed and Cardi continued to publish statements that the plaintiffs were responsible for O'Keefe's death and a cover-up. Reed's second trial ended in an acquittal of the murder charge on June 18th, 2025. Immediately following the conclusion of the second trial, Carney stated to the NBC 10 Boston that Brian Albert and Higgins were there when O'Keefe died, though he did not know who delivered the fatal blow. Hey, Clever, leave him alone, buddy. Like, you're making too much noise. On November 2nd, 2025, on his live show, Carney admitted that he lied to Boston Magazine about his relationship with Reed. He stated that the Reed team did not want to be publicly associated with him. They wanted him to do the work of getting the story out there about what the McAlberts have done. Carney has continued to accuse the plaintiffs of being responsible for O'Keefe's death since the conclusion of the second trial. Yeah, no shit. It's because you guys are fucking loot. Here's the thing. Karen Reed didn't do it. She's innocent. Somebody's guilty. The evidence points to Higgins. So, I mean, the evidence that we know of points to Higgins. The evidence that we know of. We don't know what other evidence there is or there ever was because Higgins was never investigated. Why? Because it couldn't have had anything to do with him having his own fucking office at the Canton PD. No, right? Having a close relationship with Berkowitz and Kevin Albert, Brian Albert. Nah, I don't think Brian did it. I think Brian instigated the whole thing. But the thing is I think Brian is capable of it 100%. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what the eyes of a killer look like, but there is Brian Albert's eyes are stone fucking cold. Everyone around him fears him. Everyone around him fears him. Why? Oh, BLT, okay. But yeah, the thing is Higgy has the motive, and there's the video footage of all his fucking weird behavior. So, I mean, my common sense points to Higgy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's responsible to speculate that Brian Albert delivered any blow to John O'Keefe just because his eyes are stone cold. You know what I mean? I don't think that's responsible speculation. I won't do that. But I feel perfectly cool. You listening, Higgy? I feel perfectly cool with saying what I'm saying about Higgins because the evidence dictates that Higgy looks fucking bad, bro. Like, it just does. You can sit there and whine about MICRODOTS videos all you want, but MICRODOTS, all he did was just point the facts out, put it on a fucking video, and he made it very dramatic so people would pay attention to it. That's what he did. That's the only thing MICRODOTS is guilty of. Providing information. Information that we're already aware of. Information provided to us by his testimony. A lot of it. So, what's up, homie? I was just giving you props at the beginning of this. Thank you for helping me with some of this stuff here, these materials. Since I'm not on X anymore, my usual way of getting this stuff is impaired. I'm thinking about throwing the word out there and possibly hiring a really, really strong moderator, someone behind the scenes to do research, get documents quickly when they're available, I'm just horrible at that stuff. I am the most disorganized person I know. But yeah, it would be really cool to I'm thinking about just throwing that out there and possibly putting someone on a payroll to do that. So we'll see about it. We'll see. To survive motion to dismiss for failure to state claim pursuant. I'm only on page 6 of 16. Blah, 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 blah. Complainant must contain factual allegations plausibly suggesting not merely consistent with entitlement of relief. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, I don't even. Yeah, this is Melanie little stuff. I want to keep this short. So we're gonna move on to the next thing. Yeah, this just explains the law and whatnot, or at least their version of it. I don't need to do that. So hold on, let me see this real quick. How do I do this? Okay. Yeah, this is going to take me a second, guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're gonna go over this Higgy. I want to see what Higgy I want to see what Higgy let's see real quick here. This little letter that he wrote to about microdots. I'm excited for this. Sweet. Okay, so what is this? Written statement from Brian Higgins. Report respect the security of its associated case. Tully Bryan. Wow, reporting LEO. So he reported this to Brian Tully. Dude, fucking Jesus Christ, dude. This is so wild. And like he filed an official report with Tully about Richie. That's crazy. Over a fucking video? Let's read this shit. Detective Lieutenant Tully. Hold on. Detective Lieutenant Tully, I am writing to report. I'm writing to report a pattern of witness intimidation and harassment by MICRODOTS, who I believe resides in Quincy, Massachusetts. MICRODOTS, who is also known online and based on publicly available information, appears to own and operate RKI Design LLC. MICRODOTS operates the YouTube channel, blah, 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 which currently has 31.7 thousand subscribers. That's a fucking crime that he only has that. I thought he had way more than that. And approximately 40 videos, some of which I have noted below. He also manages the MICRODOTS Facebook page, which has appropriately 4.5 thousand likes and 7.5 thousand followers. This page contains a link to dropmicrodots.com, which is listed as the official Microdots store and predominantly sells Karen Reed related products. Additionally, Microdots maintains a second Facebook page under the name Richie blah blah blah. Richie began targeting me through the creation and dissemination of the videos on YouTube. These videos, the majority of which are narrated, focused on footage of myself and other Commonwealth witnesses as at the Waterfall Bar and Grill on January 28th, 2022, and suggest that I was responsible for or conspired with others regarding the death of John O'Keefe. I mean, here's the thing about that, Higgy. It's video. Like, it's footage of you doing things that look like you killed John O'Keefe. Like, it's video. We can see. We have eyes, bro. Like, it wouldn't be a thing. Nobody's just throwing crazy shit out there about Brian Higgins. Like, we're looking at video and going, this shit looks fucked up. That's what we're doing. Higgy, you don't get to whine about how your behavior makes you look. You know what I'm saying? Richie began targeting me through the creation and dissemination videos on YouTube. These videos, the majority of which are narrated, focused on footage of myself and other Commonwealth. Okay. Videos have widely circulated on platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, and utilized as repeated content by other YouTubers. I believe these actions are intended to support an alternative narrative aligned with Karen Reed's defense team and to incite and encourage their followers to intimidate and harass me and other Commonwealth witnesses. Higgy, why didn't you? I'm going to ask you a question here. Higgy, why didn't you respond to Karen's text when she said John's dead? You texted her the night before. Well, why didn't you respond to Karen's text when she said John's dead on January 29th, 2022? When you texted her, well, on January 28th, 2022. You see where I'm going with this? See how that looks? You couldn't have had the information. You couldn't have thought that Karen hit him with the car. And even if she did, wouldn't you have gotten her talking? Wouldn't you have? You're law enforcement. You're a cop. John O'Keefe was your friend. You already thought it was fucked up of her to try to fucking use you to cheat on him. Right? So why? Why not respond to Karen's text saying John's dead? It looks hinky, dude. And the phone thing and the butt dialing and my point being is you can't blame us for thinking this shit. You're a cop. How the fuck would you, you're ATF. Why the fuck would I think anything else based on everything that we're talking about here? You had a lawyer stand next to you while you were testifying in court. That kind of a bad look. If you're a cop, it's kind of a bad look. Yeah, lawyering up before the grand jury too. Like this is a massive attempt at gaslighting. Like you're crazy for saying these things. No, we're not crazy. We're looking at evidence. Right. And then the 227 Google search, all of this stuff looks bad, dude. Like this is why your lawsuits are bullshit. They're just a waste of everybody's fucking time. Because there's no fucking way that anybody's going to go, yeah, dude, like nobody's going to go, you know, somebody's going to be like, "Oh my God, you poor innocent people." Nobody's going to look at this evidence and do that. Nobody with any common sense is going to look at the evidence and go, "Oh my God, you poor people, you've been through so much." They're going to look at it and go, "Man, you guys went through a lot to cover this up." That's what they're going to do. You guys really went through a lot to cover this up. Over the past 21 months, I have lived in over the past 21 months, I've lived in a constant state of fear for my personal safety and the safety of those close to me. Tara Lee, thank you so much. Tara Lee sent me $25 on Venmo. Very, very helpful. Thank you so much. And that helps a lot, guys, because I really appreciate you guys and, you know, renewing memberships and all that stuff, because I have every intention. I have every intention of flying out to Boston for Turtle Boy's trial in December. Yeah, Mazza can always appreciate my drip. Yeah, so I have absolutely every intention of flying to Boston for it. Now, what I'd like to do, ideally, is I want to stay there through the whole trial. I want to attend every single trial hearing. I want to attend every day of the trial. Ideally, I would like to be able to do that, but I've got to pick things up here. I have to go live more often, you know. But I really, really appreciate all the help, guys. But that is absolutely the goal. Is to stay there. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna bring Clubber if I'm, you know, if I'm staying up there through the whole trial. I mean, I have no other choice. So he's like, I have been photographed while on duty up at both Nashville International Airport and Boston Logan International Airport, which has caused employment-related issues. I have been followed in stores, photographed while shopping and dining. Uh-oh, Tara. Oh, she commented on terms of. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, no worries, Tara. No, that's okay. Appreciate that. I have been followed in stores, photographed while shopping and dining. I've had multiple unknown individuals drive by my residence to openly record and photograph my home and vehicles, both personally owned and government issued. I have received threatening mail as recent as this week. MICRODOTS has openly admitted that Karen Reed is his client and collaborated with attorney Alan Jackson in his pursuit to free Karen Reed. In a social media post, he has stated that he worked alongside Attorney Jackson in the war room, transforming ideas into visually compelling graphics, many of which we didn't have the opportunity to use. On June 23rd, Richie posted a photograph of himself with Karen Reed on Facebook. My close friend and client, the very beautiful, brilliant, and innocent Karen Reed, here's to better days ahead. Free Karen Reed. I believe the photograph was taken during the first trial. On June 25th, Richie again posted another photograph on Facebook, this time with himself and attorney Alan Jackson, and wrote, one of the pinnacles of my career has been collaborating with Alan Jackson in his pursuit to free Karen Reed. We spent countless hours in the war room together, meticulously discussing the case and transforming his ideas onto visually compelling graphics, many of which we didn't have the opportunity to use. His brilliance and charisma extend far beyond the courtroom and are just as impressive as his performance within it. Thanks, AJ. I look forward to future collaborations with Wexman Jackson and Quip LLP, Karen Reed case, Karen blah, 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 hashtag. I believe this photograph was taken during the first trial. Richie kept his MICRODOTS Facebook page under the life event section in 2023, posted, started new job at Worksman, Jackson and Quinn LLP. So, yeah. So, why wouldn't they do that? If I'm Karen Reed and I see a MICRODOTS video, if I'm Alan Jackson and I see a MICRODOTS video, I'm going to be like, can we get this guy to do our graphics to present to the this is fucking great. Look at the house, 34 Fairview. He's got a layout plan of the whole fucking house. Right? Why the fuck wouldn't they say, can we get that guy to help us with the trial? To create graphics for us? Why wouldn't they do that? I mean, it's like, it's not some big fucking conspiracy, dude. It's the fact is this is what Karen Reed did. Karen Reed wanted people on her team that believed in her. Richie clearly believed in her, and he clearly had a hell of an eye and a hell of a talent to create visual graphics to show 34 Fairview Road, to tell a story. Oh, hey, what's up, Joy? To tell this story. He knows how to do it, right? Why wouldn't they recruit him if they can? What did Karen Reed do when she saw Mark Betterow commenting on Cryford's channel night after night after night? Karen Reed was like, can we get Betterow on this team? Can we get him? And then Bev denied it, which isn't sus as fuck. But Bev denied it. But Karen wanted people on her team that believed in her, but had chops and had balls. Why the fuck wouldn't she? She's trying to take on an entire local corrupt government. That's what she's trying to do. They're trying to fucking frame. They're spending taxpayer millions to prosecute this woman falsely with no evidence. A horrible investigation conducted. Following the first trial, Richie has created and published multiple videos on YouTube in which he advances his defense's third-party culprit theory. Richie's conduct invades international efforts or intentional efforts to instill fear in me as a Commonwealth witness. Wow. So they're trying to get him. Okay, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to throw Chapter 28, 13B. They're trying to throw Chapter 28, 13B at Richie. The same shit they fucking pulled on Turtle Boy. They're trying to take the law that they weaponized, the unconstitutional law that they weaponized against Aiden Carney. They're trying to use, Higgins is trying to use for against MICRODOTS. That's how you know you're fucking rattling cages. It's trying to rattle some cages. That's how you know you're doing it. That's how you know. What's up, the other Mary B? That's how you know you're going to do it. Like, they're killing it right now. Like, they're pissing these people off. And I love it. I love it. Like, he's got Brian. Why is Brian Higgins scared? He's scared of the truth. He's scared of the truth. Okay. I mean, for sure. For sure. And the nicest guy in the world too, man. Like, as I've said before, he's so kind as to like let me pick his brain to improve my content a little better. So I'm working on it. I got to get this keyboard working. That's driving me fucking crazy. Keyboard, like, it's just my computer is not, my GarageBand is not picking up this computer or picking up this keyboard, and it's really annoying. Picks up the guitar just fine and the bass, but yeah, it's annoying. But yeah. Well, thank you. I mean, but you know, there's so much that I haven't even explored on YouTube. There's so much I haven't even explored that I really want to, you know. Let's see here. So wait. It also seems that Richie is attempting to taint a future jury pool, which does not seem right if he is working for the defense team. As the second trial approaches, I fear that the intimidation and harassment directed toward me and other witnesses will escalate. On or about March 3rd, 2025, YouTube creators Randy Reiner, aka JFK, and James Amaral, aka James the Lesbian Jackson, hosted a live stream titled Karen Reed 28 Days Till Trial. All eyes on the prize. The promotional material for this broadcast, which remains publicly accessible, prominently features a photograph of me taken during my response to the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing, where I am wearing an ATF raid jacket. Alarmingly, a firearm optic has been superimposed over my head, accompanied by the caption, "You're in the defense scope now, KFSB. Throughout their broadcasts, Reiner and Amaral Jr. Frequently refer to me as Kevin from South Boston. Prior to this specific live stream, they have repeatedly utilized content and created and disseminated by Richie and in connection with myself and other Commonwealth witnesses. As a result of this conduct and my role as a witness in the Commonwealth, Karen Reed, I live in fear for my safety daily. Come on, man, stop it. I have been an ATF agent since 2009 and have conducted numerous state and federal investigations, including undercover operations resulting in convictions. Many of these defendants are now aware of my personal identifying information, including my residence and vehicles, compounding my concern for my safety. Thank you for your time and attention to this serious issue. I remain available to provide further information or evidence to support this matter. Respectfully, Brian Higgins. Well, first off, bro, like, that's just bullshit.
Ooh, you suck.
Megan, thank you so much. Richie is the man out here for dropping bombs. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Right. An ATF that fears for his safety. Now, it's very gay. It's very gay. I actually have a great shirt that says the ATF is gay. Because, oh my God, I missed this. Stephanie Patterson, thank you so much. Where is that? Hold on. I'm sorry if I missed any of these. Stephanie Patterson always comes through. Imagine a life without microdots. We would have missed so much. I agree. And Paula, member for 8 months. I love it. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for all the jewels and the little graphic thingies. I appreciate that, guys. It's really cool. So listen, man, Richie doesn't give a fuck about none of that bullshit, man. Like, that's why I like Richie, man. Richie just, like, that shit just, he doesn't ever even concern himself with any of that bullshit. Like, bro, that shit's real. That shit is real. Grant officially has more juice than Brian LTL, bro. Who would have fucking thought? How dare you? That's wild, bro. That's assault. Dude. He has... All right, cool. Sweet. No juice, bro. No juice at all, bro. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do a petty stream soon. It's just funny. It's just very funny to me. Yeah. Like Jimmy fucking decimated LTL today. Like, his live stream today was fantastic. Like, it was fucking hilarious. Now, look, I am going to say this. Valhalla posted a video of what is supposedly Brian's old band, right? Decline, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know what? I haven't even done the song yet, dude. We got to do that for my boy.
Oh, here we go.
I think we got a super fan. Super fan. I
Think we got a super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Think we got a super chat.
How dare you? I had to get another soda too. Thank you, Decline, so much. Yeah, that shit was just that was just a fun stream that Jimmy did. Now listen, I'm not gonna talk shit on Brian's band. I'm not. Like, the thing is, dude, like, I've got some scruples, bro. Believe it or not. You know what I mean? Like, as petty as I get, I've got some scruples, dude. And the thing is, like, they're just kids. You know, like they're kids in a band, and they weren't bad. You could tell that they practiced a lot. They were pretty tight. You know, I didn't think they were great, you know, but it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's you know, if you're at a party at that time and that band is playing and you enjoy that type of music, you'll have a good time, you know? Like, there were kids that worked hard on their shit, dude. Like, yeah. Now the thing is, it's just a weird fucking flex. That's the problem. It's a weird flex. You know, like, this is what I did back in the fucking 90s. You know, like, okay. You know, like, yeah, like you know, and then, you know, talk about you were in the music industry. Like, that's not the music industry, bro. That's a fucking backyard party where everybody's having a nice time. Okay. Like, and that's the thing. That's the problem, is like BLT, like he could just enjoy that memory and be like, yeah, it was a fun time. You know, that's how I look at when I was in a band making music in the early 2000s. That's how I looked at it. It was just a fun time. It was just cool. Yeah, we got to play a few shows that, you know, for some good bands. Like openers for some good bands. That's fun. That's a nice little memory. But I'm not going to sit there and call myself experienced in the music industry because of it. That's weird. It's because it's not true. Protein and Petty, pre-K, I love it. Thank you so much. And you win handle of the day. Good to see you, Will. Always a fun time. Thank you. Yeah, it is always a fun time. I appreciate you guys so much. I always have a good time with you guys. Yeah, I'm so grateful. You know, I don't know what it is, man. And I know I should. It's just, I'm terrible at managing my channel. You know, like, I'm terrible at managing it because, like, I don't go live often enough, you know, but the problem is that I just don't go, I'm not going to go live about things that, you know, like, I'm not going to go, you know what I mean? Like I guess I could, like, go over old fucking trial footage and I could do all that shit, but but it's just, it's doing it just to do it. And I don't like doing streams like that. I like doing streams about things that I have a strong opinion on, something that's a new development, and there's just not a lot going on right now. And that's it. You know, so I don't like to just, I don't like to just start, you know, throwing around live streams just to do them. You know what I mean? And you know, the BLT stuff, like, it's not worth going back and forth. Like, it's not a mutual, like, the way that BLT and I feel about each other, it's not mutual. You know what I mean? Like, He fucking hates my guts. And I don't hate him. I simply just think it's very funny and always have thought it was funny that he hates my guts so much. He always has. And now he gets to just like, so it's a fun thing to joke about and have a fucking petty stream about from time to time, but to do it every single time he says something, it's just like, it's not like that. It's like, we're not, I don't give that much of a shit about you. I don't give enough of a shit about you to do that every day. Like, I'm just not doing that. So I just, it's not worth it to me to do that. And yes, I know. Yeah, I always have. But no, I think his band was okay. You know what I mean? Considering, like I said, you could tell they worked hard on it. There were a couple of cool little hooks that I was listening to, that I was hearing. I thought the drummer was not that impressive, but again, they're kids. The dynamics of the song composition were, pretty elementary, but that's the kind of shit I was doing too. You know what I mean? Like, it's, my shit was really no better. So, when you go live and think you have a little to say, it's those streams that seem to have the best content. You're not wrong, Liz88. That does tend to happen from time to time, and thank you so much. It does tend to happen when I'll just be like live call in and then we'll just fucking talk shit. Yeah, sometimes that shit works out, but at the same time, I just don't want to repeat myself over and over again about the same old shit. You know what I mean? So, well, and they weren't, I don't agree with Valhalla's comparison to Metallica, or they were trying to sound like Metallica. I didn't think that at all, actually. It was hardcore. It was actually, yes. It was an attempt at hardcore music. It was okay. It was, but it was hard. It was hardcore. That was a hardcore band. But yeah, exactly. It has to feel right. Yeah. Like, yeah, man. People talk shit that like I'm a grifter and blah, blah, blah. Like, man, like it's, it's no, if you notice, like, I'm terrible at this shit, like I'm terrible at making money, bro. I don't know how to fucking make money. I've never known how to make money. So, like, you guys just give me what you think I deserve, and that's cool. Like, I am more than happy with that. I can live off of whatever, I can do that. That's my talent. My talent is being broke. I know how to be broke if I have to be. So every day that I get to do this and you guys show support, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, Jody 617, thank you so much. Forced, appreciate it. Yeah, the difference is you don't even go here. I keep hearing that lately. It's funny. Yeah. What the fuck is going on? Like, I guess Mucho Machado. Like, yeah, this is just all stuff I'll go over on a petty. I think Aiden's going live tonight, isn't he? Is Aiden going live tonight? Am I tripping? I mean, yeah, it's Sunday. Or yeah, I guess he didn't go live last night. Or he did go live last night. I guess he's going live again. Decline for Clubber and Drago. Thank you so much. Decline, you're amazing. Yeah, right on. No, I love it. Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, I had a good day today, man. I got to go to the gym. Yeah, it was good. And I went to Walmart, got a new blender, a smoothie blender, because I so I did the smoothie. I got a smoothie blender because like my other blender, the one that I got when I first moved in here, it's a good one too. It was just it was just a regular blender, you know, an all-purpose blender. And it's Black and Decker. It's a good blender, but I got water on the base of it. And I didn't think anything of it. And then the next time I used it, it was working. But it started smoking, and then it just stopped working. And yeah, so it just it's that thing is done. So I got a new one. Like I got it right here. I just picked it up from Walmart. You got me this guy. Hamilton Beach. Licuadora para batidos. Which translates to smoothie blender. So yes. I'm excited that I get to do that. Yeah, right on, man. So you guys want to watch MICRODOTS' video? Oh, sweet. Word. Hell yeah. All right. So Kaylin's going to come back and see me. I'm excited. Word. I'm excited. She's going to be here a couple weeks. Is the Pope Catholic? All right. Yeah, let's go over the MICRODOTS video. Let's do that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man, with the I know that there's some drama going on between Toasty and fucking Queen Bee, who I've never been a fan of. But I used to do a lot of streams with Burnt Toast. I really enjoyed doing streams with her. She was fun. Something's going on between them. I'm just not sure about it. So MICRODOTS, Richie drops this banger, bro. Another banger. Holly Street, member for 5 months. LTL went from hardcore to twat waffle. Well, I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, you know, and it's not being a poser if you play hardcore music and you're not hardcore. You know what I mean? Like hardcore music is just it's a genre of music, man. You know, you might like the way it sounds and you just play it and you could just be the biggest fucking teddy bear of all time. You know, there's no rule that says you got to be hardcore to play hardcore. You know, that's just not something I'm gonna make fun of him for. You know, I am gonna make fun of him for like using it as a flex. Like that's retarded, dude. But you know, yeah, but I'm not gonna shit all over his band. You know what I mean? Like they were kids, and you know, you could tell they worked hard on it. You know, like if I heard a band of kids that age playing now, I would be an asshole if I shat on them and I, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like I like cutting them down, you know, for kids who, you know, are fucking making something in a garage and trying, you know what I mean? Like I would never do that. That's fucking shitty, dude. That's shitty. You know, kids trying to fucking create something that's cool, dude. You know what I mean? Like I totally get what that's like. And yeah, but you know, but the thing is like he just thinks that he's like, it's like there's always some angle to become famous for him. You know, like he feels like he was put on this earth to be worshipped and adored, and it's bizarre. Like it's fucking bizarre.
On March 21st, 2025.
Stop what you're doing right now and go give this video a like. Sub up to MICRODOTS if you're not. I mean, you must be crazy if you're not fucking sub to MICRODOTS. Like you're crazy if you're not. It makes no sense. And make sure to you also want to sign up to his Patreon, dude. Like his Patreon is fucking dope. Like he does his own FOIA requests and uncovers quite a bit. And there's a nice discussion forum that takes place in his Patreon, like a chat, and it's really cool. And he's very active in it. And yeah, Richie's about like the coolest guy in the world. So you should absolutely go sub to his Patreon. Yeah, it's like $5 a month. Like, come on.
MICRODOTS released The Drop-Off. It was an in-depth recreation of what I believe could have happened to John. The night he was murdered inside the house. Since investigators were determined to pin the crime on Karen and didn't investigate anyone else, we have tried to piece it all together based on publicly available evidence. Incriminating evidence, like when Higgins sent John a text asking, "Are you coming here?" Higgins' response to this video was to go to the Mass State Police to try to have me charged with witness intimidation 4 days after its release. But he didn't just go to the police. He went to Brian Tully, disgraced DA Michael W. Morrissey's top lieutenant, the grand wizard of bogus charges and administrator of false arrests. This is footage of them apprehending Turtle Boy for witness intimidation. If you say things they don't like in Norfolk County, Massachusetts, this is what happens to you. And apparently could have happened to me. Here are the same lawless officials at Karen Reed's house in February 2024, fixated on seizing her phones. I was genuinely worried for her safety. Right before her first trial, when they were absolutely desperate to charge her with witness intimidation.
Storm doors in the back. They're all locked.
It was their only hope to take Karen down, and no one knew how far they'd go to do it.
Now you're gonna have to destroy 2 doors to get through into this house.
Desperate people do dangerous things, but I suppose I was far more lucky than Karen. Aiden and John.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Brian Higgins claimed that by analyzing the case, I targeted him.
Thank you both for being here. I have something I want to show you. Here's a visual representation that we found online of who was in the house from an account a lot of people are watching right now on YouTube called MICRODOTS.
The video has been viewed over 500,000 times on YouTube and was promoted by Vinnie Politan on Court TV. Higgins did not claim I slandered or defamed him. His accusation was far more serious than that.
That's a good point. That's strange. Which means that he didn't deny it. Damn, man. I've got a glare from my glarer. Isn't that poetic? Isn't that amazing?
Do the Martians have two sexes like we do?
Absolutely.
He also doesn't claim that I harassed nor intimidated him.
Yeah.
But that my videos were intended to incite others into committing the crime themselves.
Wow.
He's living in a constant state of fear.
You know what I love about this shit, bro? Is even though it's not Richie's intention at all, Richie's intention here is to be informative, to inform the public of the facts and to give his opinion. That's what his videos are intended to do. Simple, right? But the plus side is it just needles them so much. It just needles them, and I fucking love it. It just needles them. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Higgy did it. Simple. As far as I'm concerned, Higgy did it. The facts dictate that he did. And so, I mean, that's where I'm at. So, fuck yeah. He should never feel any peace. He should always have the fact that we all know what he did looming over him. And it should always make him uncomfortable. Not fearful, because I don't condone anyone doing anything, harassment of any kind. I do not condone this at all. But he should absolutely feel absolutely uncomfortable every single day of his entire fucking life for acting the way that he did the night of. It's his own fault.
He goes on to list the truly terrifying things he's experienced, suggesting I'm somehow responsible. Please send your children out of the room for this. He was photographed in public while on duty, not that he was even aware of it.
What's up, Ray?
I know this sounds crazy, but it's almost as if he's being treated like a famous person. One who's been seen on television by millions of people, known around the world.
When you gave your statement to the Massachusetts State Police,
As a liar.
you didn't tell them about a tall, dark-haired male coming into the residence at 34 Fairview, did you?
I believe that was in reference to ask to somebody's brother in a pickup.
You were specifically asked by ADA Lally when you testified before the state court grand jury on April 28th, 2022, who else was present, correct?
Yes.
And you never mentioned a tall, dark-haired male coming into the house, did you?
No.
What seems to have terrified Brian Higgins even more than my videos were the feds. He told them things he's trying to backtrack on now, attempting to play it off like he was referring to Ryan Nagel. but he never entered the home and isn't particularly tall. But he is a bigger man than Brian Higgins ever will be, because at least he told the truth.
As I passed by, yes.
And you saw one person.
That's all I saw at the time, yes.
Listen, bro, I said it before and I stand by it. That dude's fucking barber should fucking be winning awards, bro. That dude's fucking hair, you could set your watch to it, bro. Look how fucking clean that dude's fade is. That's just amazing.
Female with long hair. Is that
Correct.
right?
He could have lied too, but he didn't. That takes integrity and courage, something no one else inside 34 Fairview had. The police report gives us insight into his mental state.
I've got serious fade envy, bro, from fucking Ryan Nagel, dude. Serious fade envy, bro. Like, like if I know that dude didn't fucking hate my guts so goddamn much, I would try to find out who his barber is, and when I'm in Boston, I'll get my fucking hair lined up by that dude. But fuck no. I'm not gonna have Ryan Nagel's fucking barber fucking fuck with my head. No fucking way. But yeah, like my hair is like I'm Dominican, and so like it grows in all these different directions and shit. It's really weird. So it's kind of hard for me to find a barber who can line me up just right. And so when I find that, I hold on to it. When I find that, I hold on to it. So yeah, I've got this great barber right now. And I always go to her every single, yes, she's a lady, but she fucking gets my shit on point every single fucking time. It's worth every penny. I go see her every 2 to 3 weeks if I can. Yeah, it's great.
We know for sure. MICRODOTS had crossed the blood-brain barrier and was now in full control of Brian Higgins' mind. His obsession with me was relentless, constantly monitoring my social media, digging into my personal life, and of course, consuming my videos, probably rewatching them over and over again. And one in particular seemed to have him teetering on the knife's edge of sanity.
If this dude gets a hold of you, bro.
Oh, did he sample me? Did Richie sample me? I just caught that. I watched this before, but did he sample me? That's fucking dope.
He's not letting go.
In the second half of 2024, we released 3 videos analyzing the footage from the waterfall bar, which were later compiled into one devastating study titled The Lead Up. Together, those 4 videos have been viewed just under 1 million times. That's roughly the population of San Francisco, the equivalent of 11 sold-out Gillette stadiums, or 30 sold-out Fenway Parks, all being confronted with footage of Higgins' own actions before John's murder. Out of all the analysis published on this channel, this has had the deepest impact. It presents a compelling argument that Brian Albert, Chris Albert, and Brian Higgins had prior knowledge and were actively planning a confrontation.
Yes.
The footage reveals suspicious behavior, private conversations, dark glares directed at John, and Chris Albert physically holding Higgins back, before Higgins aggressively taunts John. I still maintain that Brian Higgins not only should have been, but would have been the primary suspect in John's murder if there was a legitimate investigation.
100 fucking %. 100 fucking %. Brian Higgins would have absolutely been the prime suspect in John's murder had there actually been a serious investigation taking place. Without a doubt. But we're supposed to be gaslit like we're crazy conspiracy theorists because an ATF agent who has an office with the Canton PD, who has close ties to Brian Albert, the owner of 34 Fairview Road, And we're supposed to act like we're supposed to be convinced that we're crazy and thinking too deeply into it. No, that's exactly what someone like this would want us to think, to cover their asses. And I'm not going to do it. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not doing it. Every one of you shady motherfuckers look guilty as fuck. Period. Every one of these fucking House defendants look guilty as fuck. Without it's Higgins was not the main suspect because Jen McCabe utilized Michael Proctor being a friend of the family, came up with this bullshit fucking scenario to throw fucking Karen Reed under the bus. That's what happened. Clearly, what fucking happened. And Brian Higgins hauled his ass to Canton PD to develop an alibi, to create an alibi. People, it's so fucking simple. It's right there in your face.
He was pining after John's girlfriend
I responded, "You think you can handle me?"
and then texted him, "Are you coming here?" minutes before John was attacked. It's infuriating watching these pathetic excuses for law enforcement officers take the stand and pretend none of this is incriminating, when they'd be the very first ones to slam you against a wall for doing the exact same things.
Did you remove the SIM card for that phone, drive onto a military base, throw the SIM card in one dumpster and the phone in a different dumpster?
Given the pure fiction that Brian No Man Left Behind Higgins peddled on the stand, the sheer audacity of him turning around to accuse me of anything is somehow a bigger joke than he is.
You destroyed the phone.
No, I threw the phone away.
Bro, MICRODOTS out
He
here.
is, after all, responsible for testimony so completely implausible that I submit it be rejected on its face.
You did not make or receive any calls after returning home that night.
MICRODOTS out here roasting, bro.
No.
And those phone records established that you and Brian Albert actually exchanged not one, but two phone calls at 2:22 a.m. that morning, at a time when you claimed you were in bed asleep.
Let's make one thing absolutely clear. Extraction logs do not lie, but people do every day. And he's already been caught lying to the feds when he claimed he hadn't made any calls after arriving home. Once they confronted him with undeniable proof he made the call, his narrative reached a dead end. His only option was to say he had no memory of it. To accept his self-serving denial over the objective evidence isn't merely poor judgment. It's a critical analytical failure of logic and an assessment error. This is why he should not be taken at his word.
Now, when you were asked about
That fucking voice that he uses, like, is perfect for the vocabulary that Richie applies. Listen to that shit. Like, he just completely and totally, like, listen to how he words that right there.
Accept his self-serving denial over the objective evidence isn't merely poor judgment. It's a critical analytical failure of logic and an
It's a critical and analytical failure of logic.
assessment error.
And an
This is
assessment
why
error.
he should not be taken at his word.
Now, when you were asked about this and you were shown these records, that prior hearing, you had an explanation for what that 22-second call may have been and what the prior call may have been, correct?
Yes.
What was your explanation?
Butt dial.
Look at how AJ just
Look
looks
at
at him. Look at how Richie's thinking the same thing I am. Look at how AJ looks at him, bro. Hold on. I gotta see what this lady's. Hey, knock it off, guys.
Look at Alan. He was a prosecutor for
This
the LA County District.
This dude right here is cracking up. Whoever this person is right here sitting next to Janet is fucking cracking up.
Attorney's office for 18 years and is truly a master of his craft. He knows Higgins is lying. So does every lawyer in that room and the judge. But they aren't who the witness is trying to fool. It's the jury and the people sitting over here who unbelievably somehow accepted this absurd, impossible alibi. One of the biggest mysteries to me is how John's supportive family could sit through 2 trials of obvious fabrications from the House defendants and not realize they're being played.
They know they're being played. They're just stubborn. They're fucking stubborn Irish.
But Brian Higgins didn't just come after me in the police report. He also targeted a channel that's gone deeper into him than anyone else. JFK and James Jackson not only analyzed the footage for weeks, they went to the waterfall bar and reenacted the scene.
And on that reenactment video, we showed the space inside the waterfall, how small it was. Some people will say he could have been talking to somebody else. We wanted to prove he wasn't talking to anybody. It was all eyes on John O'Keefe. Shit was going down at 11:58.
All they borrowed from me was the publicly available clip, then did all of their own extensive analysis.
Why is a pizza man grabbing an ATF agent? It's all eyes.
I mean, extensive analysis, bro. Like that's a touch much.
On the fib. So you see where Higgins is at, right? You see Big Bad Brian A, you see Chris, and he's right next to the door. Why are you grabbing your face, Higgins? Was it the ghost energy getting to you? Was you disappearing again? Like, what the fuck was happening? You was turning invisible? Then we get the heel toe.
That dude was cracking up.
About to go down.
That was
This
Eliza
fucking
Little's
guy,
boyfriend. That dude was
come
cracking
back,
up.
Clown. And he's like, you just walked out. You just ran your mouth and you walked out. If you're feeling froggy, then fucking leave.
It appears that Higgins wants to make it a crime to talk about evidence from a trial that commanded worldwide attention, simply because it points directly at him. And if that's not delusional enough, who in their right mind would do this?
Hey man, what's up guys? Kevin from South Boston.
What's up, Kevin? What's happening?
Listen, I appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? But let me ask you something.
Listen to the
Those
music.
2 dudes that you're accusing, right?
The music's
They're
amazing.
decorated dudes. What happens? Like, can you look at this from both sides? And this comes out that she actually did it. Are you ready to, like, put it out there that you were wrong?
You sound like Higgins, bro.
You wrong.
Is this Higgins?
Is this Higgins?
You wrong.
You're Higgins.
And that's how quickly Kevin from South Boston disintegrates under pressure. Imagine the breakdown he'd have under questioning from Adam Deitch.
Yeah.
Why did you say, look, I didn't do anything wrong in this?
I felt they were being accusatory, and I was trying to explain what was going on and what I had said. I can't be 100% positive. They were being accusatory, and I was trying to explain how the phone calls came in. I believe what I said. So it's probable, but I felt like
you said, look, I didn't do anything wrong in this because it looks like you and Ken Berkowitz were colluding to provide information to Brian Albert.
Yeah, that's totally how it looks, Higgy. Get him, Drago. Fuck him up. Get him, Drago. Get him, Drago. Jump on his head. Jump on his head.
He also goes after JFK for the show thumbnail, just because it incorporated a crosshairs over his picture.
Bro, listen to these two. Get him, Trago. Yo, Trago's fucking tough, man. He's a little dude, man, but
And that brings us to my
he doesn't back down off Clover. Clover's got like fucking 60 pounds on him.
confession. I've placed targets over the image of Karen Reed. But wait, there's more. I've also duct taped Turtle Boy's mouth and put a gun to his head. I'm not proud of it, but I placed a target on him too.
Why not? You should be proud of that. That's a fucking powerful image.
And told everyone that I shot him. As far as I know, neither Aiden nor Karen have reported me to Tully.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, this is probably copyrighted. I'm finna get
So what
dinged.
does Brian Higgins' police report actually tell us? For one, it reinforces what I already knew about him, that he thinks he's above the law and that the rules don't apply to him. But worse, he appears willing to make false claims in a police report to attack his critics. I see through him far too well to believe my videos actually scared him. I don't think this was ever about me.
Yeah, that's not. This is not the behavior of an innocent man, bro.
It was about terrified cops, manufacturing a witness intimidation conspiracy before the second trial, connecting dots that weren't there, and ultimately using it to target Karen Reed and Aiden Carney. The truth is, no one tells me what to put on this channel. I take orders from no one. Every decision is mine.
Exactly.
And I've never encouraged anyone to contact a witness. In fact, I've advised them not to. With messages and disclaimers like this, that I know he saw, because he's seen every second of every video I've ever released. But I'm glad this report is finally public, because if nothing else, it exposes just how far they're willing to go to manufacture a fraudulent case against an innocent person, exactly like they're doing to Turtle Boy. Right now,
Word. Okay, cool.
if they get away with doing it to him, they'll come for the rest of us, because they don't.
See, that's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to like make shit like that, but like more like synth pop shit.
Don't care about the law. Do not contact anyone mentioned in this video. Instead, tell your friends what they did. And most importantly, please support Aiden, support JFK, support Karen Reed, and vote for Adam Deitch.
Vote for Adam Deitch and sub to MICRODOTS. Another banger by the man. We actually got a little time here. All right. If anybody wants to call in, the phone lines are open. Get him, Drago. Don't let him get on top of you, bro. Don't let him get on top of you, dude. Jump on his head, bro. Yo, I wish I could show you guys like what this looks like. Can you hear them?
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Donald from Worcester.
Donald from Worcester. What's up, buddy? How we doing?
Doing great. Enjoying your presentation while I'm putting the finishing touches on my front door now that I'm a civilian carpenter.
Nice, man. Yeah. So you're already keeping busy with your retirement.
You won't know it. Oh my God, the list of stuff I have. I'm glad though. It keeps me busy. I'm happy. I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Right on.
It's a blast.
I love it, man. Good for you.
Boy, am I I'm not embarrassed, but it's embarrassing that these big, giant, tough Marine, ATF, whatever the hell they are,
they're pretending they're free and write these letters trying to twist the law because they hung the hook on Aiden. They want to hang the hook on everybody else,
right?
Just to shut them up.
Yeah, that's just
it's horrible.
Happen. That's just not going to happen.
No. I was actually went on the Freedom Ride yesterday, and to Aiden, and we had a blast. It was a beautiful day. Took out my dad's 73 FLH Electric Glide. That thing was running strong as always.
Nice.
We had a beautiful day. Yeah, I get to hook up, talk with Aiden a little bit, and his spirits are up. And just like everybody else, we just can't wait for this to get going.
Yeah.
Let's stop with the continuances and let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready to. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. I want to put out as much content as I can here, and hopefully I'll be able to attend the trial in its entirety, and stay up in Boston for that.
I'd love to see you up there, and if you're up there, maybe I
mean, either way, I'm going to attend at least 2 to 3 days of the hearing, or of the trial. So,
if I bump into you, I'll buy you a cocktail, but no sangria.
Yeah, I'm not a sangria guy. So,
we know what happens when there's too many sangrias. The dinosaur comes out. T-Rex arms.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, we went on a ride yesterday. My shout out to pretty girl Michelle, who's a big fan of yours.
Okay.
She was on the ride yesterday too, and her husband is actually kind of grew up with Auntie Deb. Funny story. She went to the Wilbur with her husband and talking all about who Auntie Deb is, and then she's like, okay, whatever. He doesn't follow, so he gets to the seat. He goes, hey, there's Jimmy. She goes, who's Jimmy? He goes, that guy. She goes, oh, that's Auntie Deb. He said, no, that's Jimmy. Small world.
Yeah. Jimmy's awesome. His stream today was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was great. He's a banger too. Well, I just wanted to say hello and keep him busy, and a great show as always, and it keeps me occupied. And I appreciate you.
Yeah, man, I love it, man. I love that you're like freshly retired, man. Like I feel that shit to my core, bro. Like I think about it, I'm like, man, that's fucking awesome. That must feel so good.
You know, it's what feels good is I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I wasn't the badge. The badge didn't make me. That was something I did. I enjoyed doing it. I loved helping people. I loved catching the bad guys. So I did it fair. Yeah, and believe it or not, I got a bunch of bad guys that I put they got convicted. I didn't really do it. I did street stuff, so it's not like, you know.
Well, that's where it starts, man. That's where it starts. Yeah. You know, like.
But I got.
You delivered justice. You did it fair and square. And if those arrests led to convictions, then you did a hell of a job.
So my dad was on for 32 years, and he taught me. He said, "Listen, just be fair out there, do it right." And believe it or not, a good handful of bad guys end up respecting you for it. And when you're in the shit, they come to help you out.
Yeah.
And I had a couple guys over the years, and they've turned their lives around. They're doing stuff for youths, and they tell stories about me, and like to the new cops that they know, some from the inner city neighborhoods, and you're Donnie? Well, I know about you. I'm like, oh, why? He goes, no, it's good. But yeah, if you just do it right, be fair. You're dealing with human beings. Some you have a bad a tough life. Some are just evil, bad people. Those are, you got to make sure you get those. But other people, they make mistakes, and you treat them like humans.
Yeah, like it makes me think of this movie End of Watch with Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena, and there's like a scene where Michael Pena is like, "If I whoop your ass," he tells the suspect, "Yo, if I whoop your ass, you're gonna put these cuffs on yourself. How's that?" And straight up fought. You know, like they straight fucking straight fade, and they fucking and then he ended up putting the handcuffs on him or on himself.
Yeah, the big thing with us was if we got in a foot chase with you or something like that, and we had to chase you down and tap you, wrestle with you a little bit. But once you're in the cuffs, it's over too. That's it. Now you walk, because some of these, you see the videos of these guys that get carried away and do too much.
Yeah.
And that's how they get in trouble. But yeah, you got to be fair. You got to be just. And that's why I'm really in this Karen Reed, and especially what they're doing to Ada now, it's just not just. It's
not.
It's horrible. It's
right.
It's terrible. Well, anyways, we know. All right, brother. Let someone else get on, and we'll talk again.
All right. Thanks, Donald. Have a good one, buddy.
All right, brother. Take care. Bye-bye.
Love from Tejas. So let me get this straight. You have love. You send love from mullets? Because that's what a teja is. A teja, as I understand it, is the Spanish translation for a mullet. Is a teja. That's what I know.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Dave.
Dave. What's up, Dave?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I've been following this trial almost from the beginning, and it's one thing I don't think no one ever really talked about much. I don't know if Alan Jackson asked Brian Albert about it either when he had him on the stand, but in the waterfall, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Brian Higgins is like waving for him to come outside.
Yeah.
Brian Albert is waving for him to come outside too.
I didn't notice that.
No, you didn't. That's what I was like. Nobody's talking about that. It's a split second, though. It's a split
okay.
second.
I'll have to I'll revisit that. I'll revisit that on another stream. We're gonna I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just put a lot of focus on Brian Higgins, because this is just I think he's absolutely guilty, and I'm gonna put a lot of focus on him in future content, I think.
But the thing is, you know what I think? I think all of them had a gripe with John O'Keefe. I don't think it was just like Higgins and Karen thing.
That's the thing, right? Is
others had a gripe with him too.
There was something about him. I don't know what the deal is, but there's a lot of rumor circulating in regard to John O'Keefe discovering something happening that he should not, that they didn't want him to know about. And I've speculated, but it's very loose and even borderline irresponsible speculation, honestly. That's why I emphasize that it's just speculation. Please understand that is I wonder if that's the case. I wonder if maybe there was something they were trying to get John to go in on, and John just wasn't comfortable with it and was like, nah, that ain't me, dude. I'm not doing that shit.
Right.
And they didn't like that he had that information and he wasn't with them,
Right. He could have said something
right
about somebody in the family too, and they didn't like it or something like that too. But yeah, if you go back and look in the waterfall video and you look and you slow-mo it, and look at Brian Albert and when him and Higgins is at the door,
yeah,
Brian Albert also waves from outside too.
Okay.
He does it too.
Okay.
But as for a split second, he does it.
I will check that out.
I'm like, yeah, they had to. I'm thinking, I think the whole family did, because even his wife, Brian Albert's wife, was like looking like she wanted him to come outside too, like they wanted to talk to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think all of it just happened at once, that all of them had a problem with him at one time. You know what I'm saying? At once.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems weird. It seems weird that this guy, they called him his friend, but there was clearly an effort, a coordinated effort to get John over to that house.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Right.
Yes, it was. And Brian Albert wasn't like, leave it alone. He was basically telling Chris Albert, let him go.
Right.
We want to talk to him anyway. You know what I'm saying? He was like, no, leave him alone. Because I think those private conversations they had in the bar. You remember Brian Higgins pulled Brian Albert back like 2 or 3 times? And they had a little private conversation.
I think what happened was Karen and John showed up. Brian and Brian are hammered drunk at this point. They've been drinking all day. They drove from New York back to Boston drunk. They've been fucking hammered all day, right? So they're fucking wrecked at this bar. Karen and John show up. Higgins sees an opportunity to impress Brian Albert. And so he tells Brian Albert about the fact that he's been texting with her. Brian Albert's response, in my opinion, this is again speculation, but it totally fucking looks that way on the video, that Brian Albert is basically like, all right, well, what are you going to do about it? Like, she's there and she's acting like she don't even fucking know you. Like, why don't you fucking, like, this is your girl. If she's going behind your back, behind his back, then that's rightfully your chick. Really, just go get her, take her. You know what I mean? That's what women respond to. You know, like,
Yeah.
that's what I think Brian Albert. So he's basically taunting him, saying, if you're not fucking her, then you're gay. There's no reason why you shouldn't be fucking her. That's what I think happened with Brian Albert. And I think that he saw an opportunity to instigate something either for his own entertainment or for some other reason. But he instigated this thing between Higgins, and I think that's entirely the motive. My personal opinion, the motive for Brian Higgins killing Boston police officer John O'Keefe is not jealousy over Karen. It's wanting to impress Brian Albert.
Right. Yep. Yeah, because that's weird for you to talk to your friend's girl and not shut that shit down immediately. You know what I'm saying? That shit is weird as hell to do that. I that is crazy. And you've been and then didn't he break the joystick, the controller?
Yeah,
over his house.
He's got an anger problem when he drinks. Clearly has an anger problem when he drinks because he fucking got hammered. He's playing video games with with his nephew, and he throws the controller when he messes up. A child with an anger issue. That's who does that.
Somebody else's house, though. Somebody else's system. Like, who the fuck?
Yeah. If my kid did that at 10 years old, I'd be like, first of all, don't do that. Second of all, I'm not buying you another one if you break it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like, my point being is there's no reason to have that conversation with a grown man who has a career. You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason that you would have to have a conversation with somebody like that. There's no excuse for a grown man acting that way with a video game controller.
I'm wondering though, too, in the bar, like no one. It sounded like Higgins was. Do you think Higgins was talking while he was waving him out?
I see. There's a lot that sits poorly with me with this whole thing because I find it hard to believe that John O'Keefe didn't go to 34 Fairview knowing that a confrontation would probably take place. I don't think so. I think that he was dancing a little jig, like, hey, I'm in a good mood and you're not going to break me. And he already knew about Karen and John, or Karen and Brian. John already knew. He asked her, are you guys, he asked her, did you guys hook up? She said no.
Did you see that kiss? Do you think you saw that kiss?
I think he saw them. I think it was in response to him seeing video footage of them walking outside together. That's what I think.
Okay.
I don't know if he saw the kiss or not. Maybe, but I'm not sure. But
if he saw that,
he knew about it.
He would have been hugging him. He wouldn't have been hugging him when he walked in that bar if he saw that kid.
He knew about Karen and Higgy, and he didn't care. He didn't seem to care. He didn't seem to be worried about it, right? And so that was his behavior at the waterfall. So he's flipping out and he's having all this shit. And John is just like, I'm drinking and having a good time. I got a beer in my hand, and he starts dancing a little jig. When this dude is yelling and screaming at him, motioning him to come outside, right? So he's in a good mood. He's happy, but he knows. And then there's the text, "Are you coming here?" I think that John knew, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, I'm going over there now. What I can't ever get out of my head, and what nobody ever talks about, what was going on in the car, in the SUV on the way there? Did he tell Karen that he was going to fight Brian Higgins? Did she know that was what was happening? Is that why she waited in the car?
Right.
I mean, that would mean that Karen has not been completely honest, but I find it hard to believe. Now, I'm not calling Karen a liar. All I'm saying is I find it hard to believe that John did not go over to 34 Fairview knowing that there would be a possible likely confrontation.
Right. Yep. I always thought that.
Right.
I like what that conversation was in the car before they got there.
Right. The question is, did he not tell Karen? Because that's what I think. I think that he was just like, no, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Like, let's just go over there. It's going to be fine. And then she's like, I don't feel comfortable. I don't know if they want me there. But really, I think Karen just knew the situation was fucking awkward. You got fucking drunk Higgins, who she's been texting with. She doesn't like that, you know what I mean? Like, so she's trying to avoid the whole situation. And that's why she didn't want to go inside, I think.
And you know what else? When Higgins was doing that in the bar, when he was waving them out, like I know Karen and them saw that, but they act like they didn't see it though. That's what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I know the other people saw that, but no one ever said like what was being said. The people that was walking out, like to the door past Higgins, it was like a couple dudes that walked out. I'm like, nobody never interviewed them and asked them did they hear anything what they were saying or like any words or what. No one ever said anything. But I wanted to say one more thing. Ryan Nagel, when they saw each other and he let Karen them turn, right?
Yeah.
He was right behind them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was directly behind them.
Right. So he had to, I'm thinking, how could he not?
He arrived behind her. So she arrives. Right. He's there the entire time. She's there and then sees her leave.
But they didn't see him get out, though. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's exactly why we say at least Brian Nagel was honest. Because there's no way. If her hands are attended to on the steering wheel, the inside light is illuminated, the tail light is not damaged at all, and she's alone in the SUV, that means that John is either lying dead on the lawn or he's inside the house.
She had to drop him off at the driveway.
Right. But if he's dead on the lawn
and go in the house.
Right. If he's dead on the lawn, then the taillight smashed. Right?
No, I'm saying like
but what I'm saying is
what
I'm saying is since the taillight wasn't smashed, she couldn't have hit him. Ryan Nagel testified that the taillight, everything was intact. His statement said so, and then he testified in court and said it.
Right, but I'm saying if they right behind him, she had to drop him off at the driveway, and he got out immediately and went in.
Right. Yeah.
Immediately.
That's what I think too. Absolutely.
Right. And then another thing no one ever says is, why would she back up and hit him in front of a house that's a cop family? They know everybody's coming to the house, right? She's going to drive up, hit him in front of a cop's house. Don't know if anybody's looking out the window. Don't know if there's
and she's just going to run off, right? She's just going to run off
and leave him there, though.
Right. And then fall asleep, and then wake up see that he's not home, and then start this very elaborate act of being worried and mad at him for not being there.
Makes no sense.
No, it makes
no
absolutely zero sense.
And then I got one more thing. On the video when she's leaving, to the first time when when she hits John's car,
right?
She pulls out.
Mm-hmm.
If you stop it at the right angle, you can see the top of the taillight.
Right.
You can see it still poking out.
Right. Yeah. Like
you can see the red glass still poking out.
It fits. It fits. Officer, God, what's the guy's the fucking hero, man. The cop that testified. Barrows. Thank you, Officer Barrows. I'm just terrible with names. But Officer Barrows, who testified, what you could see on the tail light in that footage, even though it's pretty blurry, it fits the description of Barrows, how he described the tail light when he saw it.
Yeah, that dash cam video from that police officer when they pulled up to John house, I don't trust that video.
Right.
I don't trust it.
The video at John's house?
Yeah, the dash cam video. You know, the one.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that shit's weird. Yeah, I don't trust that shit.
I don't trust that video.
I don't trust anything. They've manipulated every type of video, dude. That Colleen Crawford lady is a fucking shady motherfucker, dude. I promise you that.
Yeah, I already know. But I know you got to get some more calls, so thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Thanks for calling, Dave.
Again, next time you have some more call-ins.
Yeah. Please call again. I really enjoyed this. Thanks, Dave.
All right, thanks, bud.
All right, have a good one, man.
You too.
Oh, I lost him. Bro, look at this fucking glare. It looks like God's looking down on me and shit. It's like
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Who am I speaking with?
I was looking to talk to Will.
Okay, you're talking to him. Who's this?
Hi, Will. My name is Deborah. How are you?
I'm doing well, Deborah. How are you?
I am in New Hampshire, and I have been following the Karen Reed case, et cetera, blah, 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 blah. And I just have a few points I wanted to make.
Okay.
Okay, so number one, a car did not hit John O'Keefe, and John O'Keefe was not hit by a car. That's been proven.
True.
Right?
Yes.
Right. So I'm on board with that. Was Karen Reed totally honest in any of this? Probably not, but she's trying to save her life. So I get it.
Right.
Right? So I get it, where she wants to withhold things and she doesn't want to talk about
Right.
certain things. I totally get that.
Well, because if they're literally trying to take anything she uses that she says and use it against her, that's exactly what they did. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, Brennan's whole fucking approach was playing those stupid fucking clips, you know?
But I think, Will, that's my point, is that she didn't have an obligation to divulge everything. Her only goal was to save herself and keep her out of jail for not killing somebody that a bunch of people prefer that she was found guilty of. I don't feel that way. My third point, and I'm not going to get into Aiden because I love Turtle Boy and I've been following him since, God, forever, since he was Turtle Boy Sports. But I think that it's so hard to put into words. I think that people want to find her guilty because they want someone to be held responsible, and they can't come to a reckoning or an understanding that it wasn't her. And no matter how much evidence you put in front of them and say, it wasn't a car that hit him, there's no way these injuries, he didn't do a ballerina pirouette and land by the flagpole. It just doesn't happen. I mean, it just doesn't. So I think that people need to just take a step back.
Yeah.
And stop I get that people want somebody to be held responsible. I totally understand that. It's just not Karen Reed.
I agree.
And I think the persecution of Aiden for defamation, that's just stupid. I mean, that's just stupid. You can say whatever you want anytime you want. I mean, what you say has consequences for sure. It's not defamatory, though. I mean, let's get over that part. But I think that people on the anti-side need to really look at the case and say to themselves, did a car actually hit him? A 6,000-pound Lexus? If I got hit by a 1,500-pound ATV, I would have broken bones.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah,
right?
there's just none of this adds up. Like, it's just ridiculous. The concept of him being hit by a car, like, and him having scratches on his arm, but not a broken bone, not even a fractured bone, not even a bruised bone. No bruises, nothing. Right. It makes no sense. Like,
if you got hit,
he's not Bruce Willis in Unbreak.
His arm wouldn't have been the only casualty.
He's not.
His knees would have taken
Yeah,
impact.
yeah.
His legs would take an impact.
He's not Bruce Willis in Unbreakable.
Yeah, and I've had German Shepherds my whole life since I was like 7 years old. My last one passed away about 3 years ago. I've had German Shepherds my whole life. I know what those bites look like.
Yeah.
I know what those scratches look like. The scratches on the abrasions on his arm are not from a taillight, and anybody who believes that is just
retarded.
Well, I can't say that word because I work with mentally ill people. So.
I can, and I would never use that term to describe it.
I know it's a math thing, and I'm from math, so I understand.
Well, that's not a math thing necessarily.
No, it's just. I don't understand the mentality where people are saying she was drunk, she drove, she hit him. Well, so far you haven't proved that.
Right.
So let me know when you do. And it's just infuriating, I guess, at times when I'm looking at this case, and I've watched it from the beginning. And like I said, I'm from that area.
Right.
It was all over the news, but it was all over. We have a video. There is video of her hitting him. I'm like, okay, where is it?
Yeah.
And
I think there was video, but the video shows something very different.
Right, but
That's
like
what I
Aiden, when Aiden first got wind of the story, he's like, oh. So NBC 10 or whoever it was is reporting there is ring cam of her hitting him. So it had to have happened. And then suddenly there's no ring cam. There's missing video from all kinds of places.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, people.
Yeah.
Do the math.
Yeah, I agree, Deborah. All right, Deborah, I'm going to have to cut this off. I appreciate you calling. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, sir. And I hope you have a great night. And I truly appreciate your show.
Oh, thanks so much, Deborah. I appreciate you too.
All right. You take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, folks. That's going to be it. People, I had a great time with you guys. Thank you so much. Remember, it only takes a second to stay safe. And being retarded never stopped anybody from. Unless you're McAlbert. Anyways, guys, I love you very much. Thank you guys for all the support. I love you very much, and we will do this again very soon, my friends.
Watch out!
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school, just like their neighbors, and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.
You don't come to my franchise, ask for a water cup, and then get a Coke. That's fucked up. You're fucking with the family business now, homeboy. Get the fuck out.